Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Wilds. So today we are here to talk about an important how-to as we are getting ready. It is mid-March at this point, well, late March at this point, and we have our first title update coming up, and I wanted to talk to you about the steps that I am taking to prepare for the first title update that I believe, if you have some spare time on your hands, you might be wise to do the same. So the first thing we are going to do is head into the tent here, where we are going to talk about the equipment that I'm using. So, for this farming method, we are going to be using the 3-piece from Lullabarina, explicitly because 3-piece for Lullabarina is the Honey Hunter. We are using the leather arms for a point of hunger resistance of botanist. The Azu's legs have full geologist. Botany charm will finish that out. And then if we look at our decorators, we don't even have that much that we need. I just put in the hungerless gems just because you could be at this for a hot minute, and not losing the stamina is always nice. So, if you assemble this armor set, then you are going to have a task in front of you. That is going to begin with resting and putting your current zone into a time of plenty. And then for your items, you're going to want to mostly empty out your item pouch for this. My farming set just has potions and well-done steaks in case I get into a situation, and a handful of dung pods, again, in case I get into a situation where what I want to gather is being blocked by something mean. Then we're going to head straight out here. So the point of this farming session is going to be to gather some important resources that you might need for Title Update 1. So our first stop on the run here, if we open this up, you can see where we are on the map here relative to the base camp. In a time of plenty, you have a whole mess of honey right around here. 4 to be exact, that you can gather. Ivy for traps if you are so inclined. And head out this way, where we're going to come up to our first Windward Aloe. Windward Aloe is one of the main trading things for the people in Kunafa and can be traded in to get Kunafa cheese, which is more easily understood as just Divine Blessing cheese. So, the point that we are doing, we want to stock up on trading goods because there could be new items to trade. And if you don't have the most well-rounded pantry, now is the time, because we know for a fact we are getting a hunt that is harder than tempered. Now, the other thing you want to notice here is because of the botanist, or this is being counted as geologist, instead of 1 Windward Aloe, we are getting 2 for everyone. That's the kind of site that really, like, hampers. Could we... Darling, could we come to a complete stop so I can find my Gilly Mantle? That really hampers the talk here, so we're going to go ahead and Gilly up before we go over here. There are 2 sleep herbs, but our good friend Arkveld is blocking one of them, and we are so inclined to just let her have that. That's her sleep herb now, because we do not want to be drawn into combat with her right now. So we are going to head on across where you are going to find a sandpepper over there, and then 2 more right across the river. Yeah, 3 more actually. So once you have gathered those, you can go to the static area 14. Where you're going to find another good little node of trading materials just stashed away in here, which are Wilk Pebbles. Which you can gather here. If you come right on up here, you will find 2 fossils. And all of these items are viable for trading. That is the main thing that we are looking for, because we don't know what new items might become available to us in the title update, so it would be wise to take a little bit of extra time here to stock up on the known things that are available for trading in the most efficient way that you possibly can. Ooh, we actually have the upsurge here. So, the Wilkie Crystal Outcrop is a special material. You can see even with my botany and geology, I can only get one of those. And then if you go down here, you will be gifted with a drifting sea pot, and that is going to do it for the quick run in the Windward Plains. From here, you're going to want to go to the Scarlet Forest Base Camp. And basically what you're going to do is verify here that you see we're in a time of fallow, and that is just not going to do. So, because we're going to go to the fish pond, here, in seconds, you don't have to go to the fish pond ahead of us. You're going to go ahead and rest and put this, again, into a time of plenty is when there's going to be the most random bonuses. So you're going to want to farm all of these areas in a time of plenty, because you're going to get the most value for your time with a full farming set and time of plenty. Because we're rested, we need to talk to Nada, because we still need relic tickets, because my glaive is still a piece of crap. Okay, so we have done our rest. And we are going to go to Area 8. And we've talked about Area 8 before in our little journey with farming. Specifically for guild points. But if we take a little jaunt right on over to here, I'm gonna lose that fish, but I'll try to get it, because I had an Escamite there. Yeah. Over to aim at fish that are isolated, if you can. And then again, because we have our farming set on, we're going to get double the drifting sea pots for our efforts here. And mind you, there can be a little crab that has an ancient Wyverian coin on that side, and on this side you can already see on the screen here is another one of the reliable spawns for the ancient Wyvern coins. I'm afraid that you only get one of those, no matter what your armor is, which is tragic. And then we wait for a second and choose our shot carefully to net all of the platinum fish. I'll get the goldfish on the way back. Okay. So once you've collected your fish from this area, You'll want to come back to the other side, and if you open your map, you can see just over here there is a whole mess of question marks with goodies that we will want to collect. So you can just go on ahead and mark that one, and your sacred will theoretically take you there. I say theoretically because sometimes Andromeda has her own agenda. She likes to go where she wants to go, and she doesn't really care what I pinned, so... So we are going to make a quick little jaunt right over here.
The water over there seems pretty deep. I bet it's brimming with fish.
Yeah, that's a sparkly amber deposit. I don't normally collect those, but... not going to say no to it. Grab the fossil, and into the pond. Where you are going to see that there is a whole bunch of things to collect. And we should all be quite grateful that, come on, gimme. As we're coming through here, that is another spot that you can get a free ancient coin. And you can see, because we have the geology tool, we are getting double for all of these. So we're going to collect these, and then we're going to repeat the process over here on the oil basin. Now, if you're not getting lucky on your weather, you might have to go to the fish pond between each zone. But for argument's sake, we're just going to go for it because I have been farming GP, so it's not that much of an issue. So we're going to rust and set the oil basin into the time of plenty. And the oil basin is a little bit weird. Most of the goodies are spread out, so this particular map takes a little bit longer to gather all of the goodies up from, but... So to start this run, we're going to go actually to my camp in Area 9. Where there is a pissed Gypseros fighting something. Dude, are you really losing a fight with Vespoids? Embarrassing. So we're going to go up here, and there's going to be some of that Antimite that I told you right up here in Gypseros's little den. And then if you go straight across the middle strata, there will be a fossil. Now, I should mention that one of the other things that you can gather for trading does not actually spawn in the time of plenty, which is the auric oil, which you will have to go to a different time to farm for. But our main concern was the Antimite. And then if you come right on down here to Area 13, There's going to be 2 more. Leave me alone, would you? Two more that you can grab. And we're going to go back to base camp at this point. Aside from Knuffle wants to offer me a meal, but that's not what we're about right now. So, to get the Auric Oil, we're going to go ahead and rest and put the oil basin into Inclemency. Now, if you put the map into Inclemency, this is where you are going to start getting the Auric Oil. Now, if I open the map, you'll see that we are going to Area 2 to get our Auric Oil. Maybe. Stay tuned. Now, for Inclemency, you are going to need cool drinks to come down here, but it is worth it, and like I said, this is the kind of... Like I said, the oil basin is an interesting farm because you literally have to have it in 2 different weathers in order to actually gather all of the trading materials that are available. Don't want any trouble. You're just here to gather oil. Now, from Area 2, you're going to go to Area 8. Which blissfully takes us away from most of the issues that we're currently facing. And it is just a short little hop by Sacred to get down here to these 2 spawns. And you can see just around the corner on the mini-map there's another one. So we run down here to Area 10, where we are going to get 2 more Auric Oil and a fossil. The Auric Oil does have to be gathered by hand, but wicked deal. Okay, so at that point, we are done in the oil basin, and we will head up to the Ice Shard Cliffs, which is blissfully in a time of plenty, making it the first time we don't have to rest in order to do our little run here. To start off this run, we are going to go down to Area 20. And Area 20 is going to have 3 treasures, which I will be allowed to gather at some point.
What do you think we'll find?
And then we're going to leave Area 20 here and just hook a left. There's so much that is so unhappy right now. We are going to find 2 more sparkly treasures. Or ancient relics. My apologies. Continue on down this route. And you're going to find 1 more hidden in the back here. We were very lucky. We get a sparkly one, which means we are going to get dragon scale bases. And come back where you came from. And up this cliff, up to Gormagala's nest. Where you will find another ancient relic. I'm getting all the sparklies today. Couldn't be me the other day when I actually needed a dragon scale base. Now we're going to switch into a different trading material as we continue on back around the loop. These purple are Hirabami moltings, which are also one of the trade items that you have available. And unfortunately, you are going to have to dismount in order to get this. Just out of curiosity.
I'll just hop
That
on
is a
for
safe
now.
camp, so actually we're gonna plop that down, actually. Now, from here we're going to go down, and this is going to be usually where you find Hirabami when you are hunting her. Where you're going to find 3 more moltings in this area. Right here. And then with that done, we're going to immediately turn around and head to the ruins of Wyveria. And the ruins of Wyveria has its own little cycle of weather, so to speak, so right now we don't have to worry about it. We're going to head straight out. And the first thing you're going to find here is this mysterious fruit, before we drop down into a major area that is just full of goodies. So, right over here, mysterious fruit.
The terrain here looks like a natural trap. What a truly magnificent trap.
There's a bunch of honey, if you are so inclined.
Or history.
Milk pebble. And then there is a safe campsite right here that I actually do have a campsite up on.
The wyvern moths used to
That
be
has
out in a regular location.
more mysterious fruit.
Should we take a look? Good idea.
And this is a safe camp that you can put down without the worry about it getting destroyed. Monsters cannot follow you up there. So we're going to continue on along, and we're going to head down. Ducking just for 1 second up here for the mysterious fruit. And we can head down into the lower part of the map. Here you're going to find a couple of trading items, the cocoon webs, and the white gleam gemstone, which will give you the origin milk gem. Carry on. The nice thing about the ruins of Wyveria is that it is basically just a spiral that you have to follow.
That might be a good place to set up camp. Let's go see.
So back in here, there will occasionally be a blackened fossil. So we are just going to sneak right on by this Hirabami and beg her for her understanding that we are not here looking for a fight. As we continue along here, up here you'll find another white gleam gemstone. And some threats of things that see me. But look, we're throwing down with these sacreds at some point, because they're being quite annoying. So, as we continue further down, we will arrive here, where again, basically anytime you see the guardian nests, there's probably going to be some cocoons nearby. You do have to actually just about to grab them. And you can follow the spiral all the way down to the bottom to Arkveld's nest. Where you will find still more cocoons. And that will conclude the loop. So from there, you are going to go back to the Windward Plains, rinse, repeat. If you need the GP between each map, you can go to Area 8 of the Scarlet Forest to catch the fish there, so that the resting to put the maps into the correct weather pattern, so that you can gather all of these things, is not a waste. Now, I recommend that you take a little bit of time to stock up on these trading materials, because we don't know what is coming. Stock up on ingredients if you need to. Like, I can't say no to the stilled garlic, because Moxie, with something harder than tempered coming, it's just a wise precaution, don't you think? So that is the run for trading items that I have been doing, and I've been cashing into this point, but now, as the recording date is March 22nd, and Title Update 1 is coming, I think I'm going to be entering into a pattern of holding and stocking so that we can afford whatever new goodies might be coming our way. Or, you know, stock up on the currently available items if it turns out we need them. I hope this video has been helpful to you, and if it has, I would very much appreciate a like on the video. That being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.